9:30, wow.
Okay.
Hey, we'll open the meeting this morning. Welcome everyone that are here. It's great to see you, our employees and elected officials. Let's start with a moment of silence and then followed by the pledge of allegiance. Lots to think about as the world goes around. And now our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public comment, agenda items only. Okay, moving on. Corrections to the duplicate. We have our chief assessor here with us, Cindy Tribal.
Additions of 90,310 and subtractions of 1,033,190 for a negative 942,880. And just for the record, they are all veteran exemptions, all the subtractions.
Wow, all that high a number.
Yeah, well, the houses are like $300,000-$400,000 homes. So when you start building the big homes, that's a lot of assessments to take off.
They've served their country and they're here with us to enjoy the rest of the day. All right, your motion to accept the corrections.
Second.
Any discussion? Any further questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Moving on to old business, do a motion to approve the minutes of the 3/1/23 commissioners meeting, and then to amend the motion to increase, but was from the minutes, correct?
We're amending a previous motion.
Yeah, right. We'll add them together. Okay, do I hear a motion for on old business for the actions in 1 and 2 of old business?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, we have a proclamation. Do I hear a motion to accept the proclamation? It's actually a certificate of special recognition for Linda Worley. Yeah. For 21 years of service as a Tobyhanna tax collector.
41.
Oh, I'm sorry, 41. Holy cow. Yeah, holy cow. Yeah, 41 years of service as Tobyhanna tax collector. We will accept this and then we'll have a special presentation for her down the road gathering. So
moved. Second.
first and second, on favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you very much, Linda, and 41 years of service for the county is significant. Moving on to new business, under number 1, personnel. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 1, personnel items A and B?
So moved. Second.
The first and second, any questions or discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, moving on to number 2. Electronic financial transactions ratified. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 2, items A, B, and C, and they are posted on the web?
So moved. Second.
First and second, any discussions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Number 3. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 3, travel authorizations? Approve and ratify.
So moved. Second.
Moving first, we have a second. Discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Moving on to number 4, children and youth services. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 4, items A, B, and C?
So moved. Second.
Moving first, moving second. Any discussion? Questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Moving on to number 5, Commissioner's Office. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 5, items A through K?
So moved. Second.
Okay, there's a first and there's a second. Any questions or discussions?
Sure.
Okay.
There always is. C, it's an amount to ask for a grant application to the PA Historical Museum Commission for amount of $50,000. Form a feasibility study on the old jail and former detective center. What this does is just does a feasibility study to see what could be used with those 2 buildings. They are property of the county. I'm sure will remain property of the county, but just to see what we can do with those two buildings.
I think, John, everyone knows their location, but just for those that might not,
Right on Courthouse Square.
with a little jail sign looking, showing it where it is. Take a walk around.
On the status of Ramsey, the move to Ramsey?
We have moved probation and domestic relations over the past couple of days. They hopefully will be done today. So we are occupying Ramsey. And that is approximately for a 14-month period while we do renovations in the historic part of the courthouse. We have the first and second floor. The first floor in the basement will be empty the next day or so. Then we can start our renovations and demo in there.
Any other further questions? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Moving on to item number 6, Monroe County Correctional Facility. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 6, item A?
So moved.
Second?
Do the first and second, any discussion?
This is a letter of agreement with Monroe County Resources, Women's Resources. It's been a long-standing service that's provided, and it's a continuation.
Very good, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Number 7, Monroe County Emergency Services. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 7, items A and B?
So moved.
Second?
This is the culmination of a lot of work by our emergency management office. Kudos to Mary Ellen, her staff, and everybody else that participated. Christine Meinhardt was also integral in getting this all done.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Moving on to number 8, Redevelopment Authority of Monroe County. And Martha Robbins is here with us today. We welcome you to our meeting. Thank you. Do I hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 8, items A and B?
So moved.
Second?
The first and second, any discussion?
Yeah, why, Martha?
No, I knew it, but I have a question after you guys.
Well, I have a second question. It's not a follow-up to the first.
But then I have 2 questions. Please stand, Martha.
Okay, so for A, this is very unusual for a modification to take place during the application process, but when we were being questioned about their project, and then when I went back to the borough to get answers from those questions, they were already having questions themselves about the project as a whole. So, the grants manager suggested that we do a modification now and change to leave the Crystal Street improvement and then shift it to the housing rehab for now until they decide what other street they're going to be improving.
So you'll be modifying this again once they decide on what street to improve?
Correct.
So that they should-
They have a 2021 CDBG, and it's also tagged to housing rehab because they were going to use 2021 and 2022 for Crystal Street. So now I'm just waiting for them to decide the 2021 project.
So typically, Martha, with those monies for East Stroudsburg and Stroudsburg, they use that for road improvement, correct?
Correct, yes. Also, they use ADA ramps, they do
Right.
parks they can use it for, but basically both boroughs use it.
So the Borough of East Stroudsburg shifting some of their thought for what they're
What's in
doing.
the
This-
application, yes.
Right. So how-
And, I believe Tuesday they have to have a resolution and to move the contract. We don't want to hold the contract up
right.
because Monroe County's included in that, so this was the easiest and fastest way.
So I guess basically any of our people that are watching or with us this morning would contact the Borough of East Stroudsburg if they had any specific questions.
And they'll meeting on Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Able to,
yeah.
notify them.
That's very good. All right. Thank you for that. Anything else, folks?
And my second question relates to the IBW building. Does this mean that there's movement on it, or it's just kicking the can down the road again?
Well, it could be a little of both, maybe, I don't know. It's just being kicked a long
Seventh
time.
Amendment? Seventh Amendment, so that means this is the 8th time, because the original, and then 7th. And I know it's in the resolution what year this dates back to.
Are you aware of any plans that are in the offing for that building?
Well, I know, East Stroudsburg Borough applied for demolition funds for that. They had some issues there, so they backed off on that. And conversation with Chuck, apparently there is a buyer, but
Okay. Anything else?
Just a shame that a building that could be as useful as that one with rail service, and I think it has the appropriate zoning for just about anything to go in there, that it's languished for so long.
The location's great. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions? Discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Number 9, capital outlay purchases. Do you hear a motion to approve the actions listed in number 9, item A?
I'll move.
Second.
There's a second. Any questions, discussion? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Miscellaneous. Any miscellaneous in the audience or us?
this morning I received an email, in reference to the home repair program, that the application has been approved and now we're going into the contract.
Excellent.
Well, that's wonderful. Do you want to mention the amount of money that is?
About 1.5.
About 1.5?
What will that be used for, Martha?
Housing rehab, weatherization deferral program, and workforce development.
So I think the workforce development, just expand on that a little bit, because I think it's an interesting concept.
You know, as of right now, it's just more conversation and finding out what exactly, you know, the issues that they had. And hopefully we'll be able to partner with them. We're looking more towards the adult.
And if
Skilled
any-
workers in the contract.
Anybody ever follows this, every time Martha talks about housing rehab, we're now spending our 2,000 what dollars?
We're on 2019.
On 2019 dollars, not because there aren't people in need, but because we can't find contractors to do the work at the rates that we're able to pay.
Correct.
So Martha developed this idea of working with the Career and Technical Institute to try to develop, hate to call it a generalist, but a generalist type of maintenance worker that could go out and do a little bit of plumbing, a little bit of carpentry, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, to try to increase the number of contractors that might apply to help with this home rehabilitation. So it's one thing to have the money, but if you can't find the workers to do it, the money just sits. And, you know, we're behind the 8 ball, and this is an attempt to try to get us back on to the point where we're spending this year's dollars, or at least maybe only last year's dollars going into this year. So
Martha, it's not because of what we're willing to pay. It's a cumbersome project, right? The pay applications and so on and so forth are very cumbersome.
It's a long process for a homeowner once they start the application, because we have to qualify the income eligibility.
Right.
And then it's just moving forward with the contractor. So it is a process. And also we do weatherization, and there's another issue there, because we don't have those subcontractors to assist us with those funds also.
I want to reaffirm what you just said earlier about the MCTI working with the adult classes, trying to get a stronger workforce in those areas. Not that we're not ignore the children, the young people, but there's that strong adult class that they're running to.
And they already have 2 programs in place, so 2 levels of programs for them. So at the end, it's, hopefully the funds will cover the tuition,
You thought about,
instructors, and also tools. I was
The
able to
tools,
get that
right.
approved.
you thought about 50 people would be able to get through that process, correct?
I think 200.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
That's
That'd be great.
fantastic.
That's fantastic, right?
And this is a 5-year program. The clock
as of this morning.
is
All right, any other discussion?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, thank you.